We're going to be focusing on sharing on this video. So when you get into doTERRA, you get the packet that shows the 3 passageways: living, sharing, and building. So when everyone starts, they normally just hang out in that living. Then you naturally start sharing, and then if you choose to, if you're interested, then you may end up building. Now, sharing is something that really, with doTERRA, comes so naturally. Even though doTERRA is a direct marketing company, it really just doesn't seem hard with doTERRA, and it's not like I have to do this. It's like I want to do this. I want to share the oils with you because they've helped me so much. So I think that that's really how it's so natural with doTERRA. One, because the essential oils are natural, but two, just because who doesn't really want to help others? So the most important thing about sharing, when you start sharing with people, you really want to just make sure that you're giving them just essential oils. Now, with doTERRA, they do make a lot of products infused with them, but I think to get them on the mindset of essential oils, you just really want to give them an essential oil without it being diluted, just in its purest form. So even though when you get into the oils, after you've had them for a little bit, and you play with roller bottles and you might make some sprays that are diluted, you definitely want to just focus with the pure essential oil. It's very important. So that way they understand the impact in its purest form. So I really like the sample trio from doTERRA. It's just the single oil sample. It comes in a cute little thing like this. I can slide in my business card in here, or I could put it on the back. And it just gives a little rundown of how to use the oils: aromatic, topical, and internal. And then it gives you these little bottles of peppermint, melaleuca, and lavender. It's really nice. It looks very professional. I've gotten a lot of, "Oh my gosh, this looks so great. I can't believe you put this together." Little do they know you can just order it right off of the back office. But it really is a nice thing. I like to have these in my purse at all times now, just in case I find someone in need of a sample. So this is really, again, a very nice, compact. It's really small. It's like the size, see? It's like the size of my palm there. And that will give you, those are really pure oils that are very potent. They're high impact oils. So the lavender, you have tons of uses. Same with the peppermint, same with the melaleuca. The melaleuca, I would say you could switch out maybe for lemon too. But those are really great oils. If you think about what people have troubles with most, at least around me, it's sleep and headaches and skin. So there are solutions in each one of those oils in the sample trio. So that's one way that you can give a sample really easily. I will include the SKU number for that and the pricing and everything. Maybe not the pricing. I'll let you look at the pricing on the website, but I will give you the SKU of that at the bottom of this video here on YouTube. Then another way that you can give a sample is in a little sample vial. These are really inexpensive. They're glass, of course. They come with a little orifice reducer, which sometimes I will put it on without, just make sure that the cap is really tight. But I think it's sometimes a little bit easier for people to get the oil out. If I'm giving them like lemon just for mostly their water, then I'll use the orifice reducer. But these are really great. What I would recommend is if you're going this way and you're just going to give one sample, again, keep it with those high impact oils. So lavender, peppermint, lemon, melaleuca, those are really just simple ones, and they're also not very pricey. So if you're going this way, you're going to be using your own oils. So if it's something really specific, maybe like aging skin, perhaps. You might want to give like frankincense, but again, that's a really expensive oil. So I try to get people to understand how pure they are with all of them are the same quality. So with lavender, but then they can learn that, okay, there are other oils for my condition as well, or my symptom, or whatever it may be. So with these, it's really nice. You can hole punch this book, and I'll have this referenced underneath. It's called the Top 10 Oil Book. And what this is, it's a little book, and it goes through all the oils in the Family Essentials Kit, which is what a lot of people on our team tend to purchase. It's the top 10 oils with doTERRA. It's lavender, peppermint, deep blue, breathe, digestin, oregano, melaleuca, lemon, on guard, and frankincense. So it's those 10. It goes over what is an oil, how to use the oils aromatically, topically, and internally, and then it touches on each of those 10. So I think that that's a really nice way to give a sample. Just hole punch the corner of that little book. This goes on the bottom with the oil, cap it on the top, and it'll just hold nicely in that little booklet. So I would give those booklets to someone that's basically saying, I want to get doTERRA into my life. Can you give me a sample? If someone says it like that, then I say, okay, well, I'm going to give you, a lot of information at once, since you're definitely interested. And it's not just a random, hey, do you need a fix for that headache? So with that headache segue, often when I carry these in my purse, I'm ready to go. So someone at work might say, or just honestly, I've done this in the store too, where someone says, oh man, for example, I really have a migraine, or this headache, oh. And I'll come in and I'll say, hey, I overheard you saying, you have a headache. Would you be open to a natural solution for that headache? If you give it this nice, positive, open question, then they're likely to say, why, yes, I would be really interested. Who doesn't want to be natural? Really? Well, great. I have these essential oils from doTERRA. They're the purest on earth. They're sourced from all over the country, all over the world. World, not country. And I think that they would really help you with that headache. Would you be interested? Yeah, I would love to try something new, especially if it's natural. Well, great. Here's this sample trio. It has lavender, peppermint, and melaleuca. And the lavender and peppermint would be great on your temples. Go into that a little bit. And then just hand them the packet. Thank you so much. I can't wait to try these. Hey, can I have your phone number and your email, and just that way I can follow up with you? And you like to follow up within a week, so it helps if you can set a time with them right when you're giving them the sample. And then you just want to say, hey, you can go ahead and text me or call me, depending on what you have available, if you have any questions about this. So then you can add them to a database like I do. It's basically just an Excel spreadsheet. Everyone has a different way of how they like to keep their contacts. But then I have them in my contact database so I can keep touch with them, so I don't, this sounds awful, but if you give a lot of samples out, you don't want to lose track of someone. And then it will also give them a sense of, wow, she's really going to check in with me, like this person really cares. So it's a very comforting, very peaceful process, I think. And then once you do follow up with them, then you can segue it into a class saying, hey, I really want to learn more about this. Well, great, I'm having a class this Saturday. Can you come? Well, yes, I can. Great. I'll go ahead and I'll text you and I'll confirm that you can come to the class. It should be a really fun time, and you'll get to learn a lot more, and even about wholesale pricing too. Who doesn't love that? That'd be my segue. So let's go into sharing via classes. I think that really everyone that is interested in sharing, on the next order that you have with doTERRA, definitely get the class in a box. If you're ever right in between seasons, I would chat with doTERRA online and ask what magazine is going to be in your class in a box. Just because one time it was right before fall and I had ordered it and I got all these summer magazines, which I wasn't thinking about, and it was right before they came out with the fall. So just a little tip. But for example, this is a really great value. It's a box, just comes in all one box, probably inside of your bigger box with doTERRA, but it's 25 bucks, okay? You get 20 class invites that are little postcards. You get a DVD that you can pop in during your class, so it breaks up like a saga of you talking about the oils. It will give you a product guide, 10 living magazines, 10 bottles that are 5 ml of wild orange, which is crazy. That's 10 of these. 10 of these. I have like a few of them left, but I mean 10 of them. So that in itself is pretty crazy. Then you'll get a product guide. You'll get the living, building, and sharing little booklets, the brochures that you get whenever you enroll. Then you'll also get 10 brochures for your class, which includes the class outline, product list, enrollment kit flyer, and then agreements for an advocate versus a wholesale customer. And then it'll also give you, for your bottles of wild orange, a little card that you can go ahead and place on. You can place your bottle right in here, and it's little tips and contact information on the back, and your little tip for how you use wild orange. So I think that that is something to really invest in if you're thinking about doing classes. It's all in one box for you. So I think what's most important to keep in mind for sharing is you want to make it really simple so you can duplicate it with people. And then, sorry, you want to make it really simple so you can duplicate that with people, and then you want to make sure that you're following up. Following up is really key to turning a sample into a customer. And then that customer is just going to sign up with doTERRA, either the wholesale customer or they'll go maybe the wellness advocate route, and that'll just give you more incentive to build your business if that's where you want to go. So that's just a little tip about sharing, some tips. I'll have some links in this video below, but definitely feel free to reach out and let us know if you have any questions. And I hope that you all have a really great day, and just think about whenever you go to share, what I do is I just keep a list of people that I'm realizing that I might need to see if they want doTERRA in their life. It kind of changes here and there, but I would just make a list of the people that you're thinking about sharing with, and that'll kind of help you see how many of these you might need to get, etc., etc. But sharing with doTERRA, they make it really inexpensive, and it's just high yield. One sample really goes a long way. I remember when Victoria gave me a sample, I shortly ended up buying a kit after that. So, and that's how I got started. So that's just a little bit about sharing. Again, reach out with any questions. Thanks so much, guys. Hope you're really enjoying the YouTube channel here.